Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to War Eagle Football. You are looking live at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium here in Springdale, where tonight, Coach Olson, our War Eagles are coming in and take on the Springdale Bulldogs in a conference opener that features a couple of 1 and 2 teams.
Yeah, and it's a whole new year, brand new season here as we get into conference play, and with all the things going on and in quarantines and everything else, one might say this is the marquee matchup of the 7A West this evening.
It absolutely is. You mentioned that as well. For those of you that don't know, there have been multiple games canceled within the conference this week. Fayetteville was scheduled to play Bentonville West, I believe, and that game's been postponed. Rogers scheduled to play Southside. That game's been postponed. So, in a way, it's just great to be playing, right?
Yeah, and I think that's exactly right. We're fortunate that the guidelines in place at both Springdale and Heritage High are being held to, and we've got healthy kids that we can play, and it's a beautiful night for football in the Ozarks, and again, we're just happy to be here.
And something else too along the way. You mentioned just in as we were doing a little work here in pregame, there's the possibility that when you look at how the conference is going to be seeded, it's going to be based on the number of wins, which means if you get a chance to get a win. Every win you get certainly could be even more valuable if some teams don't have an opportunity to get some.
That's exactly right. So you get an opportunity tonight for Heritage here to step up into Springdale, and it's, if you're going to pick a road game to have to play on the road, by the looks of our Springdale Bulldog Stadium here, looks like a kind of little quiet environment, something that you like to see when you're the road team, that you're not facing a big band and not facing the cheerleaders and everything else. So things are pretty quiet here in the stadium. So. That could be an advantage for the War Eagles.
Yeah, and again, if you're just joining us here and if you haven't been following too closely, so in order to get into this game, you had to purchase tickets in advance. They aren't selling tickets here at the gate. Again, trying to just remove some lines along the way, and each district you're seeing is handling this a little bit differently. But in order to get a ticket here, you actually were purchasing tickets at the office at Heritage today.
Or you could have seen, if you had your War Eagle gear on today, you could have seen Mr. Davis roaming the halls. He'd have given you a free ticket to come to the ball game tonight.
Even better. We like that. So first of all, we'll talk a little bit about these Bulldogs, and then we'll focus on our War Eagles. So Springdale comes into the game with a record of 1 and 2. Take on a good Van Buren team earlier in the year, and we're on the wrong side of that one. Beat Choctaw, Oklahoma, which is it's always good. Choctaw to me always sounds like the casino. So beating the casino always sounds good.
Correct.
I don't know how good a football team they've got, but they did beat Choctaw. And then the one common opponent that we have is against Farmington, and the Farmington game for both teams were competitive, and both teams were on the losing side of close games. So it really feels like, Coach, like this could be a really competitive matchup.
If you're into comparing scores, which it can be real dangerous.
You can't do, of course.
It can be a real dangerous situation. But in light of that, I think that this looks like one of those games like we saw last weekend last Friday with Alma. That it could be, get the ball at the 10, turn the time off the clock, and get a chance to win one in OT. So we're looking forward to a really good ball game this evening.
Yeah, and let's talk about our War Eagles a little bit. So certainly, obviously, been a process over the past couple of years for our War Eagles. And you see Coach Hookfin and staff getting a year under their belts last year. And then coming out this year, really early in the season, we've seen a lot of kids playing. But getting some sophomores getting some experience, but we've really seen some good things out of our War Eagles last couple of weeks now.
Yeah, and I think it starts there with Carter Hensley, a sophomore quarterback, and it's a difficult go in the 7A West in football or basketball or any sport when you're a sophomore and you're going to step in there and be in a leadership position, and let alone a position where you're going to have to be counted on to make plays. And you can see his progression from where he started a few weeks ago at Farmington, and then last week against Alma. He stepped up in the last couple drives and really made some nice throws and really made some timely throws. So hopefully he will continue to progress, and we're looking forward to a good performance from him today.
Absolutely, been really proud of Carter. Again, you mentioned, he started his first varsity football game behind center, and that's that's a big deal. And I think, as you mentioned, he's been progressing nicely, and they're finding some things that work offensively. And, defensively, they really stepped up in a much bigger way against Alma as well.
Yeah, and I think, some unsung heroes there are the defensive line kids that have done a really nice job. And they're not the big burly defensive tackles like you'd like to see. They're more of they look like 4 defensive ends up front, and they've been pretty disruptive in the games that we saw this in the last couple of weeks. So we're looking for a big night for them.
And we are about to get it going. So the War Eagles, if you're watching us, they're in the white on white tops, white bottoms with the navy helmets with a big bold H on it. And we will be moving from right to left if you're listening to us, or from south to north. It sounds like we were only hearing us at this point in time. So actually, here we go. Springdale set to kick it off. It is a short kick, end over end. It's going to be taken to the 25-yard line. Crossing the 30 to the 35 is Carter Talley, and it will be good field position for our War Eagles to start this one off.
Yeah, number 7, Kalen Morris there with a sophomore on special teams for Springdale with a nice open field tackle there. But good field position for Heritage to start the game.
War Eagles will break the sideline. See Brady Laird getting a start wide at wide receiver here. Jeb Brown's on the other side. We have 2 wide receivers in the slot now. And Nick Winter, who sees a lot of action, and Noah Fricky is in the other slide. Here's a handoff inside for the War Eagles. Nice gain is going to be Elia Villatoro. He's going to grab 8 yards on first down, going to bring up second down and short. Great start.
Great start. Always good to be second and short. Very, very positive play. Good job up front by the Heritage War Eagle offensive line, 2nd and 2.
At halfback position has been a little bit of a revolving door for our War Eagles. Villatoro came in game 1 after a couple of injuries in preseason. They fake it to him now, and Carter's going to bull forward. They're going to mark him just a little bit short. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage and pulled defenders forward for a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and a little over a football to go.
Andre Sparks, he's a very active kind of defensive end, outside linebacker for Springdale in on the tackle there. You're going to hear his name a lot this evening.
4 wide receivers, 3 of them on the left side, and both tackles raised up for our War Eagles. And we've seen that a little bit, Coach. You see a pre-snap penalty that turns 3rd and 1 into 3rd and 6, and just a little bit more difficult situation for your offense.
And it's on the scouting reports. Obviously, these coaches in the 7A West do an outstanding job. So, there was some movement on the defensive line, and our offensive tackles move. We're a little, how would you say, glitchy, fidgety. But a 5 yards loss there that we really couldn't afford to lose.
So a little bit different down in distance now. Carter's in the shotgun. He's going a little bit of fake. He's looking deep over the middle. He's looking for Jeb Brown. Going to be slightly overthrown. And the coverage on the play is Tajon Sparks. And that ball's going to fall incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and a punting situation for our War Eagles.
Yeah, and as we've seen many times this year, a false start or a legal motion penalty really puts them in a position that they haven't overcome. And, this game we needed to get out sooner. That's a big penalty.
Yeah, so many things you can do on that 3rd and 1. A little bit different situation when you back it up a little bit. So we'll be punting the football away. Jeb Brown's deep in punt formation. Snaps a little high, but good. Jeb gets it away. A nice slow turning spiral that's going to be received inside the 20. Returner's going to get across the 20 to the 23. Zamarion Manuel. Was that 11 on the return?
Number 17, Ricardo Gonzalez,
okay,
is who I saw. And the word we like to say, a host of Heritage War Eagles there
to
make the
tackle.
tackle.
On the War Eagles, yes, absolutely. Saw Seth Kendall in there to disrupt it at the beginning, and then a lot of good pursuit. And the Bulldogs are going to take over at the 23-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for them there. We've played a minute and a half, 10:29 to go here in the first quarter.
I think it's critical here, that the Heritage War Eagle defensive gets off the ball here and kind of makes a big play and gets some momentum going. The stadium, it sounds kind of dead to me, and we need to kind of create our own energy.
Quarterback is Landon Phipps. Spread formation. The only running back actually flanks out now. He's going to get a swing pass. He's going to cross the 30-yard line. It's complete to him across the 35 to the 36. It's good for a 1st down. Gilberto Dominguez, the tailback, number 22.
I'm desperately searching for number 21 for Springdale, Ladarius Wansley, and I don't see him out on the field. He's normally their kick returner. He had a monster game against Heritage last year as a junior, a couple hundred yards receiving. So where he is, we're not sure.
Another spread formation. No running backs next to Landon Phipps, but it's going to be a called quarterback draw. Going to break through the initial line of scrimmage, and he's going to get decent yardage on the play. He's tackled at about the 44-yard line.
Looked like Carter Talley in there from his inside linebacker position making the tackle, but nice gain for Phipps.
A quick 8 for Landon Phipps. Now they are going to have a running back next to him. They had an offensive lineman head towards the sideline, and the coaches just shoot him back. Then no thank you. You're good where you're at. So
you're not tired.
He's back out in his left tackle position. That's Jesus Almaraz. Back to pass is Phipps. Looking to the right side, he's got a man. It's at midfield. Now to the 45. Ball's loose. It's going to come right back to him. It's going to be recovered at the 42-yard line. The receiver was Kalen Morris. It's going to have first down yardage in War Eagle territory.
Carter Talley there on the tackle. Nice gain for them, but the ball was loose, and luckily for Springdale, it bounced right back up to him.
What you know you're going to see, this is Coach Zach Clark for the Springdale Bulldogs, former Razorback quarterback, also played at UCA, even for the Razorbacks, actually. And you're going to see them spread out. They're going to throw a lot of short, quick passes to put them in good position. Shotgun formation again. Phipps is the quarterback. It'll read handoff. Now the ball's loose again. Blown up immediately by Peyton Yeager. Basically almost took the handoff. Ball was on the ground, and Phipps could only cover it up.
Yeah, he makes the hit on the quarterback just on the exchange. And Springdale, again, very fortunate to get that ball back. Phipps does a nice job getting back on it, but nice play, Peyton Yeager, and that puts Springdale behind the sticks.
Peyton Yeager, the senior, big hit. Second down and 16 now. Much different down and distance. Running back goes out in motion. Empty backfield, and they're going to throw it over to him. As Dominguez, he's at the 45 to 40, and he's going to be gone. It's a foot race, and he's going to win it. 10-5 touchdown Bulldogs. As Gilberto Dominguez, the senior running back.
They motioned him out on, at the beginning of that play out to the left there out in the flat, and you could see that play develop. There just wasn't enough defenders out there. They had us outnumbered, and Dominguez with some good speed, and Springdale's up 6-0.
Yeah, broke through one arm tackle, and that was it. Off to the races, and it's 6-0. 8:26 to go here in the first quarter. Springdale lining up, and a little bit of the old swinging gate formation. Offensive line way to the left where the ball's being snapped. And they're going to snap it. They're going to run it this way. Phipps is going to keep it. He's going to cross the goal line. The two-point conversion attempt is good. So they go the swinging gate formation. Snap it, and they run it opposite of that, but it's either way, it doesn't matter. It's 2 points.
Similar to the touchdown, there just wasn't enough white shirts in that area. And nice read by Phipps to keep the ball there and get an extra point there.
Yeah, took a good hit, got the 2 points for his efforts. So not the start we were looking for. Again, you can go all the way back to that false start penalty on 3rd and 1, which put us in a little bit of a backward situation. And then a big play on defense, followed by a little bit of a lapse, I guess you could say. Dominguez, who has really good speed, when you get him out into the open, it's going to be a really tough man to catch.
Yeah, and again, they had an advantage. They kind of outnumbered us by scheme, and Dominguez makes a guy miss and a touchdown. It's important here that the War Eagles answer and get some rhythm offensively and get on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. To kick off is Tevin Tate. Tevin Tate is listed as a defensive tackle outside linebacker. Good-looking kid. He's kicking, again, a low end-over-end kick. That ball's going to bounce at about the 17-yard line. Nick Winter's going to pick it up, and he's going to be hit almost immediately. That's going to be Tajon Sparks. Again, called his name a couple of times already, and the War Eagles are going to have it. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, good special teams play by Springdale. And a good pickup by Winter. I mean, the ball's bouncing, and to corral it and just get a couple yards is probably a pretty good play in that situation.
And again, also, it's like I don't know if this is a new kicker we haven't seen, but, the War Eagles are actually set up, deep inside their territory. The young man hasn't put enough leg on it to get it inside the 20 yet.
Either by design or by capability, right. It's not getting there.
Yeah, so we're short. Have to make that adjustment too. Here's a handoff. That's Cooper Bowman going to get a carry. Cooper, tough running. It looks like the ball's loose. I think they're going to blow the ball dead. They are going to blow the ball down. It's going to be a gain of about 4 for Cooper. Bring up second down.
Ricardo Gonzalez, number 17, comes up on the bottom of that play. Looks like he made the tackle on Cooper Bowman.
War Eagles looking for a little stability out of that running back position. Stability and explosiveness, I guess, as it would be. Cooper's a little bit different runner than Elliott is. He runs a little bit, looks for a little more contact, I guess you would say. Or Elliott has a tendency to try and hit the edge a little bit more. Inside handoff again, and that's going to be Cooper, and Cooper's going to have first down yardage. Right up the middle, a nice burst is going to be gained to the 38-yard line and first down yardage for our War Eagles.
Nice run by Cooper Bowman right up the middle, good explosiveness, and then, give some credit to those guys up front that created a nice hole.
I don't believe Cooper got a carry last week. Played a significant role in the Springfield Central game. He shows a nice burst, and again, he runs really, really hard. Shotgun formation, they're going to fake it to him, and Carter's going to try and run it up the middle. He's going to be hit immediately. Dropped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Trevon Westbrook, a defensive tackle there, kind of blew that thing up and made a nice hit on Carter Hensley.
2nd down and 10. What's kind of interesting to see here tonight, too, so Noah Fricke, who has a tendency to play either a tight end or an H-back role, they've had him out on the slot a lot more, too. So see if they're trying to get him involved in the passing game or at least just spread out the defense to make some more room for our runners. Back to pass goes Carter, and he's going to be – the ball is thrown. What's the call?
Well, I assume
he actually threw it to the guard.
And he caught it.
The guard catches it, and now the officials, I guess, blew the whistle. He wasn't tackled. Obviously, It's illegal. It would be a penalty.
Yeah, I think we should see a yellow flag come out here. It's illegal touching.
But now we're just having a little conversation because that play ended really, really weirdly. Normally you don't see 66. Who is that?
Tristan Ketter. Tristan Ketter has an outstanding outdoor ed teacher. I just like to throw
Excellent.
out there.
That's awesome. So here we go. We're now running over the sideline, and this has got to be, Coach, we didn't really call that right, but it's going to be beneficial for Springdale. Unofficially, Tristan Ketter's first catch of the season at offensive guard.
Oh, yeah.
Springdale, great pressure. Carter just kind of backpedaling and running for his life. Was trying to get it to Cooper Bowman, but threw it right in the belly. Tristan. I still really haven't seen a call here. So it looks like.
I guess if you want to make a play, you throw it, you're getting ready to sack, you throw it to your offensive lineman. And then you get the ball back at the line of scrimmage, and you get the down back. 2nd and 10. I'm not sure this was.
I don't understand this.
I'm not sure this was.
You know what? I bet you inadvertent whistle? It may be an inadvertent whistle, and basically you get to call do-over.
I guess so, but, it worked out for Heritage.
There's a fake. We're basically running the same play. Look over the middle, looking for a man, and it's going to be intercepted. Off the hands of Laird, and now that ball's on the ground. That ball intercepted. There's a fumble on the play. See if they give it to us, and they do. So we have an interception, and then coming back to get it was Brady Laird off the bottom of the pile. It's going to result in 1st down for the War Eagles in midfield.
Andrew Peterson for Springdale intercepted the ball, number 25, and just couldn't hang on to it. Nice hit from behind that jarred the ball loose, and, hey, that's another way to get a 1st down that we weren't quite ready for.
So on back-to-back plays, we've thrown it to our guard for a do-over, and we've thrown interception for a 1st down.
And it's 1st down on the 50.
You got to feel like maybe momentum shifting right there, right?
Well, Springdale had a couple nice bounces on their drive where the fumble bounced right back.
Ground twice, absolutely. All right, so the War Eagles, shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Fricke now moves in motion. And here's Winter in motion. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep. Trying to get wide. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He's going to have about 5 yards, but there is a penalty marker down in the backfield, which looks like the area of holding.
And the White Hats already made the call, so it's going to be holding Heritage. The flag laying on the 48-yard line, or the 52, depending on how you look at it.
Never gets old. Looks like they are going to mark it from a little bit in the backfield. So it's going to be about an 11-yard penalty, going to result in 1st and 21. At our
it was a good play call because, Andre Sparks, he's a player, and he was on the right edge here of his defensive line, and he was coming hard, and the ball went away from him, so he wasn't really a factor. You've got to find out where he is, and he is all over. Now he's on the left side.
Back to pass, looking to the right, looking for Jeb. He's got him. He's got a man. He breaks at the 50, the 40. He's going to be pulled down from behind at the 32-yard line. The man making the tackle is Taylor Morris, but a nice quick connection from Carter Hensley to Jeb Brown for big yardage and another 1st down.
And a good job by the offensive line and the tailback there picking up the blitz and gave Carter a chance to make a play. And way to go, Jeb Brown. Big completion, big Absolutely. Play in the 1st quarter of this
Jeb
one.
Showed nice speed right there, making that first making the first player miss, and good pursuit by the Springdale defender to bring him down, prevent an even bigger play. And more laundry on the field. That's a dead ball. It's going to be a false start on our War Eagles. 1st and 10 will turn into 1st and 15. Still in good field position. Ball's at the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. Been an interesting possession, Coach.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching the guy in The Price is Right, that goes up. Have you ever seen that one?
I love
the
that
yodeler.
Yeah.
You just kind of keep going up, and then all of a sudden it stops. Then it starts going the other direction. The ball has been all over the field here on this drive.
Tricky in motion. Inside handoff. Going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. That's Cooper Bowman. He's going to be thrown backwards. Going to be a gain of, nothing. Very little, if anything.
Luis Herrera there, a senior defensive line from Springdale, really blew that play up. Nice play. Springdale 2nd and long for the War Eagles.
2nd down, 16 yards to go. The War Eagles, at the wide receiver position, have Jeb Brown, who was a starter quarterback coming into the year, and Brady Laird, who's also a quarterback out here wide to the left. They're trying to get the ball to Villatore, who can't get it, but Carter's going to make something out of nothing. Little bobbled handoff is going to turn into a gain of about 6 on the play. Good improvising there by Carter Hensley.
Yeah, and that's just kind of showing some of his maturity. That's a tough play. Andre Sparks is bearing down on him. He makes a miss. He still gets the ball, and a big play to make it 3rd and 10. But this, you're kind of looking at 4-down territory here. So this is not out of reach.
Yep, absolutely. You can get 6 or 7.
And maybe Carter, if he would use some hand sanitizer before the game, he might be able to hang on to that a little bit.
There's plenty of that around. It's one thing 2020 has given us. Back to pass is Hensley. Looking again for Jeb. Same play as before. It's going to be broken up this time. Nice read by the safety on the play. That is Danners Wiley. Came in and broke that play up. Because that would have been the same connection we saw previously.
And Springdale played that differently. They had Jeb Brown isolated on the earlier play, so it was a little easier completion there. We're playing more of a zone coverage, and there was a lot of red shirts over there where that ball was going.
So as we bring up 4th down and 10, War Eagle offense is still on the field. Actually, we're going to call a timeout and talk about it right now. Interesting field position right here. Like a punt literally could net you 11 yards.
Yeah, and you're looking at a 47-yard field goal.
47-yard field goal, which, at the high school level, you don't see a lot of, absolutely. And most people would go for it in this situation, and your percentage of making it is not high. I don't know if there's a basketball equivalent, maybe taking the shot just inside half court with the shot clock at 1, like you have to do it, but you're probably not going to make it.
Yeah, I think it's as one would say in the athletic field, the odds might not be in your favor.
That's all right. We got plenty. We got chip in a chair, right?
This is a situation here that it's not really much of a risk, and if you don't make the first down, even if you gain some, you're going to give Springdale the ball at about the 25-yard line. But hopefully, Coach Hookman's got something dialed up here something we haven't seen before.
Absolutely. And again, so if you punt the football here, it literally, unless you pin it inside the 5, you're essentially only giving away 2 first downs. So I love going for it here. I think it's the right call. We got the War Eagles are in shotgun formation. Villatorio is the running back next to Carter Hensley. 2 wide receivers this side of the field. Nick Winters in the slot. Little fake, not much of one. He's going to throw the ball over towards Nick, and it's going to be off his fingertips and fall. It was well covered up. Here's a handoff to Dominguez. Tries the right side. He's going to be hit. Fights forward across the 20. Good hard running by Dominguez. Going to be a gain of almost 9 on first down and bring up second down and short again.
Jonathan Lockett from his cornerback position there comes up to make the hit, but I mean he hard run it, probably 4 to 5 yards after initial contact there. So nice run by Dominguez.
Dominguez runs hard. I don't have a height and weight on him. He's a smaller guy, but
he's a smallish
good
bear.
Speed. Quarterback draw right here for Phipps. Makes a man miss. He's going to sprint to the corner. We're not going to get there. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Designed quarterback run, a draw by Landon Phipps. Simply outran us to the corner. And with 1:50 to go here in the first quarter, it is 14-0 Bulldogs.
And we're looking at another swing and gate.
And we'll see how we respond to it.
The War Eagles have shown signs of being able to move the ball, but it's just that age-old, those little nickel and dimers that keep putting us behind the sticks. That's got to get cleaned up. I mean, those kind of mistakes we've not been able to overcome.
Got a few more bodies over here. Now they're going to throw it to the other side. It's a swinging gate. They did throw it behind the linemen that were way out to the left hash mark, and it's going to be no good. It's well played by the War Eagles. So, no harm, no foul, so to speak. It'd be the same with kicking 2 extra points. With 1:50 to go, it is Bulldogs 14 and War Eagles nothing.
I think, another thing that we can deduct from what just happened there is that maybe the Springdale Bulldogs are not very confident in their field goal kicker.
You might. Absolutely.
We have lots of trickery down there for 2-point conversions. So, it seems to me that might be their weakness. A weakness.
Just checking for scores here a little bit across the way. No score. Bentonville and Harbor. So Bentonville West is playing Greenwood now. We mentioned Bentonville West and Fayetteville got shut down. So Greenwood's a nice little game to pick up on a Friday night. So that's a fun one.
Yeah, and this week I've been spending some time with some baseball coaches, former baseball coaches, 'cause those guys have experience, rescheduling seasons at the very last minute, and that's what we've done in basketball this week when the AAA took our tournaments away. So, Bentonville West catches up with Greenwood just because they got an open week and they need to play.
Another high short kick was taken at the 15 by Tillman McNair. He's going to return it to the 30-yard line, and that's where the War Eagles are going to have it. This is going to be our third possession. And, Coach, again, like you say, we've done some good things along the way. Just need to avoid those mistakes and see if we can punch this one all the way down. Yeah,
no doubt. I think we've said it over and over again, and I know my basketball players hear it all the time. One of the facets of playing well is limiting your mistakes. I mean, making big plays is one thing, but not screwing up is another.
Tillman McNair now in the game, so they're going a little bit more speed. The handoff's going to go inside to Villatoro. And that ball came out at the end, too, but they're going to mark him down.
It looked like Villatoro's elbow hit the turf, and then the ball popped up into one of the linebackers from Springdale.
And that's what they call it. It's going to be a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. So, just a little adjustment by the War Eagles here. They'd been playing Noah Fricky in that slot position, a bigger body, and now they bring Tillman McNair in. Tillman, good speed. He's a sophomore. You'll hear a lot about him for the next couple of years. And he's in that slot position now. War Eagles 4 wide, and they're looking across the middle. That's Jeb again on that slant route. And what is the call? They're going to call incomplete pass. Jeb had it for a moment. They jarred it free. Fortunately, I guess they're going to give it an incomplete pass as opposed to catching a fumble. So a nice-looking route. There's a good connection there between Carter and Jeb, but that one hits the ground and it's 3rd down.
A nice throw by Carter. The ball was there. There was a lot of traffic, and it would have been a really great play for Jeb to hang on to it. But a good effort by both the quarterback and the wide receiver. And, those are plays that you hope you make, but we're going to have to start making them.
And quickly to 3rd and long. We're going to break the huddle. 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the left side. In the slots, Nick Winter, Tillman McNair. Looking this direction, they throw it to Winter. Winter's going to make a man miss. He's at the 30 to the 34-yard line, and a pretty big hit by the Springdale defense. So a couple yards, but not enough for first down yardage. Going to bring up 4th down and 6 and a likely punt attempt.
If you had an assessment of Springdale, defensive backfield, you wouldn't say that they have a lot of size, but they've got some quickness and they've got some real toughness, and they showed it there. That play could have been big, but number one out here for Springdale, Devon Sparks. I mean, they list him at 5'7", 150. I think 150 might be a little bit of a stretch, but he plays bigger than that. Whatever his weight is, he's playing bigger than that.
Jeb's back to punt it. Nice snap to him. Nice low end-over-end kick that's going to bounce and get a good War Eagle bounce inside the 10 down to the 5. Check up. It actually went all the way into the end zone. So that's going to be a 66-yard punt for Jeb Brown. Unfortunately, it would not just check up there. We needed a little bit more pitching wedge spin on that one to land it there, but it's going to be Springdale football at the 20.
I really believe that Jeb probably needs to get the wire brush out on his wedge and get those grooves, cleaned out a little bit to get a little more spin on it. But, outstanding punt, 66 yards, and just trickles into the end zone.
Hey, we want to thank Mark Strickland for taking action photos at tonight's event. Photos from Mark can be found at markstricklandphotos.com. He does a great job at all kinds of War Eagles events. I also want to thank Adidas. Adidas is the official team sponsor of Heritage War Eagle Athletics. Thank you to Adidas. Quickly back, Springdale, spread formation. We've seen this back in motion. They're going to throw it out to him again. That's Dominguez. He's at the 20. He's hit at the 25 and goes forward to the 28-yard line. Coach, they've outflanked us on that play 3 times now. That time we hit him, we only get 8. He only gets 8 out of it.
Springdale's got a great game plan here. They're really in rhythm. Things are smooth. Things are well executed. They've made some big plays. Their quarterback has made some nice throws and made some nice runs. And, they really look like they got their machine rolling here. And the Warriors going to have to do something to kind of break that rhythm.
Yeah, and that's the way the first quarter is going to end. So it is the end of the first quarter. It'll be Springdale football on the 28-yard line. We're going to walk across the 50, and Springdale will then be going from south to north or from right to left as you're looking at us on your device. Good opportunity to talk about a couple more of our War Eagle sponsors. Thank you to Excite Fundraising. Excite Fundraising provides high-quality tickets, passes, and schedule posters to schools throughout Arkansas. Excite Fundraising, the official sports marketing company of Rogers Athletics, and is proud to support the Heritage War Eagles. You can visit them at excitefundraising.com. Also, Mascot Media. If you're listening to this, you probably know about Mascot Media. You can download the official app of War Eagle Athletics, get schedules, scores, rosters, news, and live broadcasts just like this one, all located on your phone. You can download today for free in the Apple App Store or Google Play. Again, that's RPF Athletics app through Mascot Media. So, Coach, this all of a sudden is a huge defensive series for our War Eagles.
Yeah, and you hope some of your defensive line guys that have been playing so good all season will step up here and make a play.
2nd down and 2. Same play, other direction. They're not going to throw it to the back. They're throwing it over the middle of the field, and we don't have anybody there. It's going to be off his hands and fall incomplete. Multiple vertical routes. That pass was intended for Gavin McVeigh, and it falls harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah, and it was a nice throw and a beautiful setup of that play because they had really hurt us on that little swing pass out to the flat there, and then same formation, and all of a sudden there goes Gray up the seam. Fortunate for the Orioles that he couldn't come up with it.
So a big play turns into 3rd down and 2, and an opportunity for our War Eagles to make a play and get off the field here. 3 wide receivers to the right, and here's a penalty marker down. That's in the area of a false start. So now a big play turns into 3rd and 2, and a false start turns it into 3rd and 7. And again, this is now an opportunity. Somebody come up here and make a play, Coach. Right here, change the game.
Yeah,
right here.
I mean, in this particular setting, it changes the game completely because now it almost takes a chance of a run out. I mean, if you run the ball here, this is probably a risk. So you really can kind of pin your ears back here as a defensive end and you get after the quarterback. So, it changes the whole thing, just a simple 5 yards.
Spread formation again, 3 receivers to the right. Snap is low. Picked up by Phipps. He's rolling to his right. He's going to be chased down by Noah Frick and gets away. Good pursuit by the War Eagles. Initial hit was by Fricky, and he's going to be cleaned up by Christian Jimenez for a loss on the play. So now it's going to bring up 4th down and 12. nice response and reaction by our War Eagle defense.
And I think it's simple because, in any kind of sport, when you take away half the playbook because of a situation, you become a much easier to defend. So, and that was a great job by our defensive lineman. Noah Ricky got in there and disrupted all of it.
Punt formation for the Bulldogs. Landon Phipps is the punter. A wobbly spiral heads towards the sideline. It bounces at the 50. Going to take a bit of a War Eagle bounce at the end. It's going to be downed right there. So War Eagles are going to wind up with great field position. And, Coach, a break right there was probably a touchdown. Turned into, after a couple downs, a punt, and we're going to have the ball at the 49-yard line and ready to go the other way.
Yeah, and it's set up by Brown's 66-yard kick, 66-yard punt. It really, even though it trickled in the end zone, really kind of changed the field over. And here we got good position. We got to make something happen here.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers. Inside give. I believe that's to Cooper. It is, and he's hit right away. Going to fight only for about a half a yard. Going to bring up 2nd down and long.
That looked kind of like, some of those wildlife shows you see where, about 3 lions jump on the gazelle as he's coming away from the water hole, because there really wasn't much there for old Cooper. We got to do a little better job up front keeping those defensive linemen out of there.
2nd down and long. Bowman still the running back next to Carter Hensley. Winter now in motion. They're going to fake to him and give it to Cooper. Cooper's going to cross midfield, get to around the 47-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 4. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6. In now plus territory. We are in the Bulldogs territory. So that means we don't have to get it all right here, Coach, if we don't want to.
I think the decision to run the ball on 1st down and 2nd down kind of gives you the indication that the War Eagles look at this as kind of a 4-down kind of situation. So
it looks like we want to talk about this one. Coach Hookman and staff saw something either they didn't like or they just want to talk about it a little bit more. Either way, they're going to take a timeout. There's 9:44 left to go here in the half. War Eagles again in the Bulldog territory. Hey, you know what, Coach? We love Slim Chickens.
Yes, we do.
Slim Chickens is a proud sponsor of War Eagle Athletics.
It's not Slim Pickens.
And my daughter's, my 15-year-old's favorite restaurant in the world. Happy belated birthday, Brett. So Slim Chickens is a proud sponsor of War Eagle Athletics. They bring Southern hospitality to fast casual dining with fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders, buffalo wings, and handmade dipping sauces. Thank you to Slim Chickens for supporting our War Eagles. And also Height Jackson and Associates. Height Jackson has been supporting Rogers Athletics for decades, and I'm not exaggerating. They've been around since you and I were playing. We appreciate their support. As Northwest Arkansas architects and leaders in the design community, their purpose is to enhance the areas in which we work through professional services and excellence in design. Height Jackson is dedicated to providing outstanding services that respond to client needs and budgets, and they are a great partner of our War Eagles. Back to pass is Carter Hensley. A lot of contact. That was Nick Winter in the slot. He was covered on the play by Devon Sparks. And no flag down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7, and we're going to bring on the punting unit.
Looked like a lot of contact there, but give a lot of credit to Devon Sparks there. Again, playing much bigger than his 150-pound frame.
So the War Eagles seem to have liked that slant route. We've had a couple good looks on it here. Falls incomplete on that one. Jeb back to punt. High wobbly kick. Going to bounce at the 26 and take a bounce backwards. Springdale bounce. Seth Kendall's going to be down there to recover it. Or excuse me, not to recover it, but to down it. It's going to be downed at around the 27-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs are going to take it over with 9:32 to go here in the half.
Yeah, and I think Jeb was looking to try and put a little touch on that one. A little different kind of kick than the one where he tried to hit the top end and make it roll like what I would call an Australian rules kind of kick. The 66 yards. That one looked more like one of my wedge shots from about 90 yards that end up about 40 yards short of the green.
Warriors look like they're bringing somebody, and they do. They're going to throw it. It was good. We were outnumbered over there. That was Carter Talley that was coming on a blitz from his middle linebacker position. He was disruptive enough to force the throw over the head of the intended receiver. going to fall incomplete, be second down and 10.
I think, right there, as an adjustment by Heritage, we're just not going to let you stand back there and throw the ball. So, a good adjustment there to take that swing pass away by the pass rush.
A little bit more deliberate now, these Bulldogs. Appears to be due to some confusion, which we'll take. And they're going to call timeout and talk about it. So they've been playing really, really fast, and it took a little bit of extra time on that one. Coach Zach Clark and the team is going to talk about it here just a little bit. So second down and 10 coming up. Again, every one of these possessions now is becoming very important for our War Eagles, trying to get our football back.
Yeah, and you try and play that 2-for-1, as a lot of high school basketball teams do at the end of a period, and that's kind of what you're looking at here at 9:28, before half. I mean, Springdale's going to get the ball to start the second half, so you definitely don't want them to go on a long drive here and score, and obviously need the ball back. So
you're going to get more opportunities to do that, by the way, Coach. You got a shot clock coming, don't you?
Yes, we do.
What's the shot clock in high school?
35 seconds.
Yeah. Bentonville 7, Harbor nothing. That's in the second quarter.
Harbor's kind of struggling, but have played some really, some quality opponents, but they were still winless on the year, and then they run into Bentonville, so that's going to be. It's
a good game. Siloam Springs 7, Van Buren nothing. Both of those teams have played really well early.
Both of those two teams feature a really quality high school quarterback.
And Springdale under center, a completely different look, and they're going to fake and go out to the right. Noah Fricky is going to, that's Cooper Bowman. Cooper Bowman would not let Landon Phipps get away, makes a hit for a big loss. That's going to be a loss of 10 on the play and bring up third and very long. For you Cardinal fans, I mean Cooper Bowman is like Jose Akendo was, 15 years ago. Every time you look out there, he's in a different position. He's made plays on both sides of the ball. He comes from a linebacker position there to sack the quarterback, and you're going to see him run the ball some. So outstanding job by Cooper Bowman. Great pursuit. If he were to get around Cooper there was a lot of air on the other side of that one. So well done. Bring up third down. They call it 21. 5 wide receivers for the Bulldogs. 3 out here to the left side. That's the direction in which he's looking. Step up. Phipps is going to be tackled, hit hard. That's Noah Fricky. He's going to hit him just past the line of scrimmage. Going to be a gain of about 4. Cleaned up. That's Carter Talley in there again, it looks like. But good pursuit and a nice set of downs by our War Eagle defense.
Outstanding. Springdale there with a real spread, and it looked like, quarterback draw all the way, and that's what it was. And Phipps has got some good speed and a really good call, but a good play by the Heritage defense.
4th and 15. Phipps is deep in punt formation. Actually, don't see the number of our returner. We're set up at the 45-yard line. It's actually Winter. It's actually going to go over Nick's head, land at the 35, and take a Bulldog bounce. Inside the 25, going to roll for a little bit, be rolled dead at the 21-yard line, and that's where we'll take it over. So not the field position we wanted, but we got the football back quickly. War Eagle defense stepping up well here in the last 2 series of downs. Give us a chance. Coach, we got to get here and put some points on the board.
Yeah, and, sometimes, obviously, those first points are the most difficult to get. So even a 3 spot would lift the spirits of the Heritage offense.
War Eagles wearing the road whites. Navy helmets. I like the new Bold H. I bought a shirt last night, Coach, from the War Eagle Booster Club gear tent. Make sure you stop there when we're back at home at Gate Stadium. Design quarterback run to Carter Hensley. He's got some space. He's going to cross the 25, get up near the 30-yard line. Good gain of 7 or 8 on first down.
Yeah, nice play there by Carter Hensley, running tough, and a second and short coming up. That's a good way to start the drive. Yeah, I'd like, kind of give a lot of credit to Matt Murray. This is his second year at Heritage, and he's our on-site AD, and he's kind of branded Heritage with a lot of consistency, and that H is a good-looking thing for all of us, so we really appreciate all the work he does.
Penalty marker is down.
I wasn't watching there, but I have an idea that somebody from Springdale looked like they were going to stun a little bit, and we jumped.
It seems like we might have flinched a little bit. So a little bit of a broken record at times, but now 2nd and 2 or 3 turns into 2nd and 8. Changes the down and distance quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's really helpful if you've had some algebra 2 in your background to figure out these negative numbers.
Sometimes when penalties go either direction, absolutely. Here's an inside handoff. We're going to get it back, though. Elliot Villatoro is going to cross the 30-yard line, get to the 32, and that is going to be first down yardage for our War Eagles.
Great job, Elliot. He runs with a lot of burst. He's got some good speed and made a nice run there, and the sticks are moving, and that's a positive for Heritage.
Absolutely. Overcame that little penalty right there. Just erase that. 7:09 and counting to go here in the half. Shotgun formation. Villatoro is next to Carter Hensley. There's Winter in motion. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep, trying to get the corner. It is going to be blown up. That man you keep talking about, Andre Sparks, fought through a block and made a hit at the line of scrimmage. We're going to fall forward, it looks like, for a yard. There is another flag down on the play. And that's going to be a hold against the War Eagles.
Yeah, Andre Sparks did a really nice job. I mean, we had some guys out in front of Nick Winter, and he just kind of said, well, I don't know if I can get there or not, but I'm going to knock somebody around. And he did. He just kind of blew up the play, but it's all for naught with a holding penalty.
Andre Sparks, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Really ran through a lead blocker right there. Made a play in the backfield. Excellent play.
And, we said this about Andre last year. Springdale does an outstanding job because he's hard to find. He's lined up at outside linebacker. He walks up and becomes defensive end. He'll drop back into pass coverage. So
Winter again in motion. We're going to fake it to him. Carter trying to take the ball right up the middle. Going to gain about 3. Takes a nice hit there by the Springdale defense. Bring up second down and long.
Yeah, the War Eagles looking, well behind the sticks here. He gets set up by another penalty. And I just got something to kind of make a big play here to kind of turn things around, and maybe this is it right here.
Fricky back in the ball game. Put him out in the slot. And they're going to bring him in motion now.
Looks like.
Trying a handoff, rolling out to the left. They're going to look for him a little high and caught by Fricky. He crosses the 30-yard line. Is going to be forced out of bounds right there. So gain about 6 on the play.
You had Jeb Brown there isolated, or as the football guys would say, one-on-one. But, again, Devon Sparks there is doing a good job. You just kind of had him plastered, and Carter made a nice check down to Noah.
Third down, 13 yards to go. 3 wide receivers over here to the right. A little play action fake. Looking deep across the middle. He's going to be hit. Carter is hit. Ball comes out. It's going to be an incomplete pass. And Carter a little slow to get up. That one didn't feel good. He's up and he's walking. He's on his own power. He's going to be fine, it looks like. But that one, I don't think, felt pretty good coming from the blind side there. And it's going to fall incomplete and be fourth down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play there, but a great job by the Springdale defensive line, and they put a lick on him right when he threw the ball. Lucky he didn't fumble the ball. I wonder if that's that guy that defensive tackle that's 8 feet, 350 pounds.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a misprint on her.
Yeah, we actually got a roster off of Max Preps, which is supposed to be 100% accurate. And let's see where that gentleman is. Yeah, it's number 75, Angel Rugamas. Angel Rugamas is listed at 8 feet tall and 300 pounds.
300 pounds.
Which you would think he would stand out more if that were correct.
I'm not sure he's in uniform tonight, but that's.
Jeb Brown punt was low and end over end and goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that's where Springdale's going to take it over. And hate to ask it out of you all the time, defense, but we really have to have a stop here to try and get some points on the board before halftime and make a game out of this thing in the second half. Fake the handoff. Phipps is going to keep it himself, takes it up the middle, crosses the 45 to about the 48-yard line. And it looks like Trey Sauls.
Trey Sauls with the infamous shoestring tackle.
Yeah.
Nice gain for Springdale on the first play of the drive right here, but a nice play by Trey Sauls because that was looking like a big play.
Trey, another senior. Also a big Booster Club family, and there we're going to jump again. Noah Fricky's had a really good night, but at that point in time they're going to draw him off sides, and that 5-yard penalty, or are they going to be a false start? Maybe he was drawn offside. He was forced offside, which is great. Well done, Noah. My apologies. So a 5-yard penalty their way is going to be turned 2nd down and 3 into 2nd down and 8. Shotgun formation again. Spread formation, 2 wide receivers each side of the formation. They're going to hand off to Dominguez. We haven't seen that in a while, actually. He's going to break through the line of scrimmage, cross the midfield, cross the 40-yard line, down to the 38. We're going to make the play there, but it's going to be 1st down yardage for Springdale in War Eagle territory.
All right, great job by the Springdale offensive line, sealing that right edge. And, of course, Dominguez with some good speed, and we're lucky to catch him.
Yeah, just kind of mentioned that we just hadn't seen just a simple handoff to Dominguez in quite a while. And sometimes, sometimes offensive coordinators and coaches, they get bored, and maybe they overthink things a little bit. That's a nice play right there by the Bulldogs. Now he goes in motion. We've seen this in that swing pass to him. They don't do that. He's looking downfield. He's flushed. Phipps to the right. Tries to find a man. He catches it at the 32-yard line. A lot of movement, a lot of things happening on there. The pass is caught by Tajon Sparks.
It looked like Nick Winter there on the coverage for a short gain for Springdale. But
I didn't see who had the pressure. It looked like it might have been 20 Trey Sauls again that forced him out, at least disrupted the play.
From the way when the play developed, it looked like they had something out here in the flat again.
There's another flag down by
to
the way.
Dominguez. Oh, it's the old we threw
Do over.
It accidentally fell out of my pocket.
Absolutely. Yep. Which isn't as good as the do-over we saw earlier.
Yeah,
I'm still the more I think about that, has to be an inadvertent whistle, which I think that's the way they do that. It's just it really worked in all ways against Springdale in that particular occasion. But 2nd down and 3. Fake the handoff. Phipps tries to keep it. He's not going to get away from Christian Jimenez. Nice play by Christian in the backfield. Going to be a loss of about 4 and turn into like 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, and Peyton Yeager was there too. The 3 defensive linemen really had that kind of sewed up. It didn't look like it was going anywhere. Whether he kept it or he handed it off, it was going to be a loss.
That little zone read play, and we handled both ends of it. Very well played by the War Eagles. And another big down. Chance to get off the field right here. Give the ball back to our offense. 3 wide receivers, all to the left. Running back is Dominguez, and now they're rolling to the left. Everything's flooded over to this side. He has a man. He crosses the 30 to the 25. Going to be knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line. That pass is complete to Gavin McVeigh. It's going to have 1st down yardage just outside the red zone for the Bulldogs.
And nice play design. He had a lot of movement going back to the inside of the field, and then with the threat of Phipps running, really drew some things up, and then there's 81.
3 minutes to
McVeigh
go.
Wide open.
Same formation, but they flip it to the wide side of the field. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Dominguez, again, the tailback. And it's just a design quarterback draw. Phipps is going to cross the 20, get to the 15-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down, gain of about 6.
Several War Eagles in on the tackle. Looked like Cooper Bowman and Trey Sauls and a few others. But some big stuff going on here in this game. As we count down into the last 2 minutes of the first half, the War Eagles got to find a way to keep them out of the end zone. We don't think, let me say that I don't think that their special teams as far as kicking field goals is a strength of theirs.
Phipps back to pass. He's got a man. Going to break the 10-yard line. Pass is caught by Kalen Morris. Be cleaned up by Seth Kendall on the play. Seth will hit you.
Yeah, he's willing to kind of sacrifice his body there a little bit. He's made some big plays. And here we go, 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 7. 2:10 and counting here in this one. War Eagles have 1 timeout remaining. See when and if they choose to use it. Actually, the same play. Phipps, again, intended for Kalen Morris. That one fell incomplete at his feet. So the clock stops with 2:01 to go.
Yeah, and I think Phipps made a nice play there because I think he saw something there that could have been disastrous. So he just kind of threw the ball at the receiver's feet, hoping and to live to fight another day. Either that or he was trying to throw a bounce pass to the
2nd down and goal. Different formation here. A lot of big bodies on the left side. They're in the pistol formation. They're going to fake it to him and roll out to the right. It's Phipps trying to find a man, and it's going to be off his hands and incomplete. Pass was intended
for Westbrook.
Coverage on the play by Trey Sauls. That's a play early, and there's a flag down again. Have a little discussion. Looks like they're looking over towards Coach Hookfin to see what he wants to do. An eligible man downfield. So it's either third and goal from the 7 or second and goal from the 12. Which do you like, Coach? We're going to take the yardage.
I think that's a horse apiece. Sometimes in high school football, the guys, will line up and cover up your tight end just by a mistake, which makes him ineligible. I think that's what happened right there. I think the receiver for Springdale covered up the tight end, and therefore he wasn't eligible.
Quarterback draw for Phipps. Actually makes a nice move, slides in the secondary, gets back down to the 5-yard line. It's ultimately be the same as if there was a gain of 2 on third down. So it's going to be third down and goal. Is that right?
Third and goal from
the 4.
From the 4.
By the way, I cannot confirm, but I believe this will be the only broadcast in the state tonight where somebody uses the phrase "a horse apiece."
A horse apiece, yeah, probably. Tail for tail.
Our tech extraordinaire, Rob Riley, is nodding in agreement. We can confirm that's the only broadcast that will have a horse apiece. Only right here at GoReagles.com. Coach Olson. Clock is going to run down right here. They are going to run it all the way down and take a timeout. So they're going to think about it. It is going to be third down and goal from the 4-yard line. 1:08 now remaining in the half. War Eagles have chosen not to take their timeouts. So we'll see. We'll see if the War Eagles can keep them out of the end zone here, Coach.
Yeah, and again, we didn't see from the guy kicking off a real gifted kicker. I'm trying to say this without hurting anybody's feelings. And then we didn't. Springdale is yet to line up and put a guy down to kick an extra point. So, the possibility here of being third and goal might be third and goal and then fourth and goal.
4 down territory.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I have a question we've been discussing in our house. This is an important one, by the way, because if you notice, it's everything's Halloween. If you've been in the stores at all lately, it's everything's out. The question that we have is candy corns versus candy pumpkins. Where do the Olsons go on that?
Candy corn, I think. But
is it? It's a tough call.
It's a tough call.
I mean, they're both just wads of sugar, pounds of it.
Our friend Pete today asks, who else is feeding you? And I don't, Pete, we're just going to tell you, because you're listening in from far away, that last horse apiece comment, that was strictly from
that's straight from
right from the heart of
Olson's upbringing in Denmark, Wisconsin. So we've got 4 wide receivers, or Springdale's got 4 wide receivers in the formation. Actually, all 5. There's a lead back in front of Landon Phipps. Third down and goal, just a design quarterback run, and he's got space in the middle. He's going to trot into the end zone for a touchdown. Straight design quarterback run, and a 1:05 to go in the half. The Bulldogs have taken a 20-0 lead.
Yeah, again, another great play design. You just got to give the Springdale program and Zach Clark a lot of credit. They're doing some great job executing, and the guys up front had that well blocked, and Phipps kind of just trots in the end zone for the third score for them.
Swinging gate formation again. They look like they have no intention of kicking an extra point. They're going to snap it to him, roll out to the right, and the War Eagles just blow it up. It's actually intercepted by Trey Sauls. I don't think we can return that one in high school. In college or in the NFL, you had an opportunity to return that for points on the other end. So nicely played by the War Eagles, who haven't fallen for the swinging gate formation since the initial extra point. And with 1:05 to go, we're down 20 with the football. And, Coach, I believe we'll be kicking it away to start the second half too. So we'll see if we're going to open things up a little bit, give Carter Hensley a chance to throw the ball down the field a little bit right here, and try and get some points before half.
Yeah, I think that you're in that situation. I don't. A lot of times right before half, you don't want to make a big mistake and make things worse. But with the score 20-0, I think it's time to kind of take a risk, throw some balls down the field, and just see what you can get.
Bentonville now 21, Harbor nothing. Bryant over Northside, 35-0. The Hornets have it rolling.
You know, several years ago, a good friend of mine said that, you know, the Bryant athletic program was a sleeping giant, and he's kind of becoming a prophet on that. They've as good as anybody in the state at any sport over the last several years. So
Winter with a decent kickoff return of about 20 yards to the 30-yard line. There is a penalty marker down way back here at the 43, which is
a strange place.
An interesting spot for a flag to be down. But I guess it could be a hold. People immediately coming off the line. I do not know that formation. Did you
the
see
knuckle?
The bumping knuckles. I do not know that one.
Is
if I have any officials out there, like my father-in-law, for example, that might be listening to this, so the call that he just made where elbows out, 2 fist bumps for himself, and I do not know what that one is. But it's a significant one. It's 15 yards. We're going to have
just
the ball
wonder
at
if it's some kind of
line.
helmet-to-helmet.
I guess. I don't know.
Defenseless.
I haven't seen that
defender
one.
kind of situation.
Shotgun formation. We're going to hand it off to Cooper. See if we can break a play. He's going to fight forward across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Clock will stop right here as they reset the chains. That's first down yardage for the War Eagles.
Yeah, Cooper hit that extremely hard. He's a high energy, high effort kind of player, and he showed it right there. Great run by him, great explosiveness, and it took about 4 of them to get him to stop him.
Clock now should be running, but it is not. They're actually doing
Thank you,
us a bit of a favor there. There it is. He's design quarterback run for Carter Hensley up the middle that's going to gain about 4 or 5. Now the clock is rolling. 40 seconds. War Eagles going to take a little huddle. We are in a little bit up tempo here, but we're certainly not flying around. We'll see if we can break a play probably before they actually use that timeout and start spreading the field a little bit. Inside handoff right there to Cooper. Cooper is going to break through the line of scrimmage. He's going to be close to first down yardage. They're going to give it to him. They're stopping the clock at the 37-yard line. It'll be first down War Eagles. 20 seconds remaining here in the half.
You know that.
And now you think, here's the clock running. Sorry, Coach. I mean, certainly you'd think that you'd try and have a little bit of sense of urgency right here just to see if you can get a ball in position for a Hail Mary. 5 seconds left. We're rolling over towards the sideline. It's going to be off the fingertips of Nick Winter and fall incomplete. 2 seconds is all we're going to have left. We are 63 yards away from pay dirt.
Well, the few seconds that were given to us in the first down were taken away in the last one, because the sticks weren't even close. And I looked at that clock, and that clock's running. And for a basketball coach, the inconsistency of the clock can really raise your blood pressure, and that's what we kind of saw right there.
I wouldn't know. We have never made a mistake on our scorers table at Heritage Basketball.
Well,
Boy, I hope Jerry Pittman's listening. 3 wide receivers out to the left. 2 seconds left. Hensley back to pass. Throws it across the middle off the fingertips of Winter again, and it will fall incomplete. And that's the way the half is going to end. Teams are going to leave. We have played one half of football here at Gerald Williams Stadium here in Springdale. Your score is Bulldogs 20, War Eagles nothing. They got a big halftime ahead of us. It is actually homecoming here at Springdale. They did that before the game tonight. Looked like they got a full halftime worth of activities planned. They got 20 minutes on the clock. Coach, just from a coaching standpoint, I know you've given coach speech number 17 when you go into the locker room on this. Like, what do you say as a coaching staff right now to your War Eagles?
Well, the first thing that you want to get across to your kids is that the scoreboard is meaningless until the buzzer sounds the horn sounds at the very end of the game. 20-0 at halftime, that's not a positive situation, but it's not the end of the game. And you kind of start to simplify things. First of all is maybe you set a goal for yourself and say, hey, we want it to be 20-7 by 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Let's not panic. Let's just do what we do, what things we can control, and you just kind of chip away at it. And then you go even one step further. To do that, then you got to make the little plays. You got to make the little things little things that make the big things happen, and that turns into just playing better, blocking better, tackling better, understanding your assignment and executing what's in front of you. And if you do those things, then you're going to get yourself back in the game. If you take the idea that you're going to try and score a 20-point touchdown in the first 20 seconds of the first half, it's not going to turn around for you. So that's kind of the thing that if you were in the Heritage War Eagle basketball locker room at halftime and a score like this, those are the things that you would hear. So, yeah, I can't fault the effort of what's going out there defensively, offensively. I just think there's some simple fixes on some critical 5-yard penalties and holding penalties that they got to clean up. And then they got to kind of find a way to kind of corral Phipps. He's done a nice job both throwing the ball and running the ball. So, this is not – I mean, this game is far from being over, and a couple positive plays for Heritage could really change things.
Absolutely. And we're going to give it a shot here. So if you are watching us at home, there is now 19 minutes on the clock, and there will be another 3-minute warm-up period after that. Coach Olson and I will be back with you in about 19 minutes. Enjoy your halftime. We look forward to bringing the second half in just a bit.
Depression. Nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise, to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise, to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3 and 3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3 and 3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
And welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3 and 3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
My name is and welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3 and 3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
My name is and welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
My name is and welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality, real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
My name is and welcome to Heritage High School Athletics. We'd like to thank you all for coming out, and we want to finish what we started. So please, wear your mask and maintain social distancing for the safety of all. Go War Eagles!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. It was a time when you had to keep it real, because times were tough. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family began finding innovative ways to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to feed families across the country and around the world, to help put a chicken in every pot, every oven, grill, slow cooker, and skillet. Because no matter who they are or where they're from, everyone deserves to serve up a good meal whenever they want to to get farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. Real chicken. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Try the
They're used to it.
Yeah, and in some ways, it almost makes the game a little bit more pure because you find, the athletes are playing just to play and not try and kind of be a showman. Which whether you like that or not, that's up to you. But in some of the NBA bubble games without fans, it's a little different angle for. It's almost a little bit more enjoyable because they're just out there playing.
And it's different for us fans, too. Those guys are just going to work a little bit. When the War Eagles are coming in, by the way, there's 40 seconds on the halftime clock, and we seem to be taking our time. So we'll see if this is going to draw a hanky. The officials are looking around. There they come. But yeah, you mentioned that. They asked Bill Belichick about it after the first game. Of course, he's a man of many words in press conferences
right.
a lot of times anyway. But it was like, have you ever, what is it? Did it remind? What is this like? Playing in front of no friends. Does it remind you of anything? And he just went, practice. Yeah. So those guys going to work. So it's a little bit different. Obviously, we mentioned the Arkansas game. Arkansas is taking on Georgia tomorrow at 3:00. Be Sam Pittman's first game as a Razorback head coach. And that'll be exciting. I will miss it. I'll get to listen to it in the car on the way back. We're going to be playing some softball up at Monette tomorrow, which will be fun too. But, looking forward to that.
Just encourage you to maybe grab a roster on your way home because I think there's going to be a lot of new names in that
Absolutely.
Razorback roster that you don't know a lot about. So
yeah, if you haven't been following, so a lot of graduate transfer, or not a lot, but some significant graduate transfers are going to come in and help out immediately. And those guys at Arkansas, they've come in and they've recruited really well right away. And obviously this is a unique situation for everybody. Not everybody's had a normal practice plan, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. I'm excited to see them. So,
from watching the first week of the NFL, it was surprisingly clean. And you wonder a little bit if the games officiated were just a little looser because they haven't had a preseason or not. But, there wasn't a lot of penalties. It was somewhat enjoyable.
It's interesting to follow too. It just seems like a lot of hamstring injuries. Those kind of soft tissue injuries without the extra time. So we'll see. We are getting ready to go for the second half right here. War Eagles actually beat the Bulldogs onto the field, and they are kicking off. Brandon Baxley with a high end-over-end kick, a good one. It goes down to the 7-yard line, and that kick return is blown up. The play is made by, that's 49. That's Xavier Carroll, sophomore, actually was engaged with the blocker, and the return man actually ran right into him.
Yeah.
And the returner certainly got the worst of that.
Yes, he made a 180 turn to try and get off a block, and there was the guy with the ball, and down
Absolutely.
he goes. So I guess we're going to say nice play, Xavier Carroll.
Here come the Springdale Bulldogs. They are again in a spread formation. No running back sitting there next to Landon Phipps. Back to pass. Looks over the left side. Has a man. He's got him. That's the running back, Dominguez, who is lined up in the slot. Going to be good yardage. In fact, first down yardage at the 33-yard line on the first play of the second half.
Phipps is, as we get a roster here, he's listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back, so you immediately think that he's going to be a running quarterback. But he's done an outstanding job throwing the ball, threw a beautiful ball there. Nice spiral, and he's had a really nice game tonight. He's one of the finer players in our league.
I think what you can see is strong influence by a former quarterback as a head coach. It really seems to be really quick in decision making.
He's done a really nice job.
Man in motion as the slot receiver. They're going to toss it to him, a little shovel pass. He's going to hit the second level and going to be tackled by Seth Kendall. If not, that was going to go a long way. That is Davon Sparks. Called his name more on defense tonight. Again, another small player, but he really hit the corner with a lot of speed.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
again, nice execution there. They had a nice, in basketball we'd call that an elevator screen. I'm not sure what the terminology is in football, but he executed it.
You hear pop pass all the time now. There's the little. It is a forward pass. It's basically a handoff, but. They're going to fake it now, and they're going to give it to the running back, Dominguez. So basically the same look, but instead of actually giving it to the receiver, they go to Dominguez up the middle, and he's got decent yardage, a gain of about 5.
Trey Sauls for the War Eagles there on
the clock was stopped. No, like the official on the far side was blowing.
We have a clock
dead
stoppage
for
some reason.
maybe
there we go.
Equipment malfunction. 55 looked like he got escorted to the sideline, and they're working on his helmet. Maybe he had a helmet come off, or something was amiss. So it's second down and about 6. There's Dominguez in the motion. They're going to snap it over his head, and it's going to bounce right up to Landon Phipps. But he's running for his life, and our War Eagles are all over him. Back to make a play, those senior defensive ends, Noah Fricky, Peyton Yeager. Nice break for our War Eagles there. I actually thought we were going to get a bad break when it literally bounced right back up to Landon, but good pursuit by our War Eagles.
Yeah, a nice play with good pursuit, and really Springdale again with that little swing pass out in the flat looked like they had something going there. Lucky for the War Eagles that the ball was snapped over the quarterback's head.
Really like those two senior defensive ends, both Noah and Peyton Yeager. Very active guys. We've seen Noah a lot on offense tonight too. Does a lot of work. Spread formation, no running backs. That ball's going deep down the sideline. A man's got to step on us. And if he stays in bounds, they mark him out. The ball was caught. It looks like that is 6. Kalen Morris just on a fly route down the sideline. Just ran right past us. And a really, really nice ball by Landon Phipps.
Now Landon Phipps, just a beautiful pass there. He's got such good speed. Put the ball out there in a one-on-one situation, and the receiver for Springdale comes down with it. Great play, and really changed the complexion of this game with that gain.
Yeah, and only the tackle on the play only by Sammy Sideline, because without him, he actually was going the distance.
Sammy seems to make a lot of plays.
He does
when he gets the opportunity.
Never missed a tackle. Officials occasionally. And here's a little jet sweep action.
There's a fumble.
The fumble is loose. We're trying to scoop and score. Nick Winter looked like was trying to pick it up. Is that Nick? I see a number. It might be Carter Talley. Actually, that was Peyton Yeager.
Yeah, Peyton Yeager had the ball. He was trying to scoop and score.
And instead it's going to still remain Springdale football. So ball's on the ground, an opportunity to score. Could not quite come up with it, and on the bottom of the pile, it's Bulldogs ball. Big loss on the play. It's second down and a lot. They're at the 46. They need the 18. Back to pass. Pass again, caught by the receiver, Kalen Morris. Forced out of bounds.
Terrian Franklin there for the War Eagles on a nice open field tackle there.
Cooper Bowman, Trey Sauls over there to clean it up again. Third down, still long. Third down and 21.
It was, in all athletic events, there's a lot of good fortune, and we're just going to say Springdale's had some good fortune. They put the ball on the turf 4 times tonight and have come back out with it. They did have an interception and fumble it, and War Eagles recovered it. And really, that's really only the break Heritage has got this evening.
5 wide receivers. Phibbs looking to the right, has his receiver. He's at the 30 to the 28. That's the original first down marker. New receiver on that play, that is Asel Manjarez. Asael. Going to apologize to him. We'll get that one right. Fourth down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Same situation the War Eagles went earlier. I believe we were on the 31, but punting does you no good here. And although 4th and 10 is a difficult situation, you don't have a field goal kicker, so of course you're going to go. So a chance for the War Eagles right here to make a play, start the second half on a good note. 4 wide receivers. Looking to his left. He's now going to be flushed. Runs to his right. He's going to have a foot race to the first down marker. We'll see where rugby punt. It goes into Springdale territory, is going to be downed at the Springdale 46-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs are going to take it over. 7:07 to go here in the third quarter. Both teams have had a possession. Neither have resulted in points here in the second half. Get feedback from our people. It's good to have people.
Well, sometimes it might be their own network at home.
A user error?
It could be a user error.
Certainly not. Certainly not. Hey, we do appreciate your feedback, by the way. Those of you that kind of text in, let us know you're listening in. Coach Olson and I, we love doing the broadcast, and great to interact with you guys. There is a design quarterback run by Landon Phipps who hits the hole really hard and gains close to first down yardage. They're going to go ahead and move the chains. They give him a gain of 10 for Phipps and a first down in War Eagle territory.
Yeah, we don't have the availability of statistics up here, but if we did, you got to think that Phipps he's pushing 70, 80 yards rushing and probably a mid 150 yards passing. He's had an excellent night, and he's a big reason why the Bulldogs are up 20-0.
New formation. There's a pistol, and they're going to hand it off to Dominguez right up the belly of the War Eagle defense, and they've been able to gash this a little bit right up there in the middle. They've done a good job, I think, Coach, of spreading us out and then taking advantage of by spreading us wide to be able to attack the middle of our front.
Yeah, and then, they've got speed enough and they're well skilled enough that if you do try and close your, tighten your splits up a little bit, then they're going to beat you outside. So, Springdale's had a really nice game plan tonight, and they're executing it very well.
Pistol formation, little H-back switches sides of the formation. They're going to hand it off again. We do make an adjustment. There's not going to be anything much up the middle. Running back Dominguez is going to gain about 1.5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. As we pass 6-minute mark here in this third quarter.
Yeah, this is the defensive play of the game right here. As games go along, plays become bigger and bigger.
We keep saying that.
And it's like it's the truth. And here's a
quick
chance.
Snap to Phipps. Nice hit. Hey, there's a couple of flags down in the backfield. See who made that hit. And actually, that looks like Cooper Bowman.
Bowman on the tackle. There's a holding call. What looks to be like on number 58 of Springdale, Damian Razzo.
I think we got a couple of safeties we got in the game right now between Kendall and Cooper Bowman. They'll come up and hit you. They're not afraid to hit you a little bit. And he finished that tackle up. It would have been first down yardage regardless, but the holding penalty is going to back him up. And 3rd and 2 becomes 3rd and 12.
Yeah, a devastating mistake there. But, if he doesn't hold, he probably doesn't get the first down. So, you can look at that both ways.
That's why they're penalties, right, Coach?
It's about a horse apiece.
Cheaters? It's a horse apiece. Rolling out to the left, he's got a man, and he makes the connection. Kendall up with a hit, but doesn't wrap up, and there's a flag down. I don't know. They may try and get Kendall for a hit to the head there.
It might be the old knuckle-to-knuckle call again.
That pass was complete to Gavin McVeigh. And I think, as you mentioned it a few times, but Landon Phipps, they're on the move to his left, made a nice decision and threw an accurate ball. It's going to be first down yardage. We'll see. And they are going to call. That is a targeting call on Seth Kendall. So they're going to add 15 yards onto that one. So they're marking that, it looks like, from the 32. So it should be set at the 17. Bulldogs will be in business in the red zone with the first down.
And Seth Kendall, he's a big hitter. He flirts with that call about every night he plays. And I think, as much as I hate to say it, that was probably a pretty good call.
Yeah, but you know what? It's as a coach, it's hard to put that aggression into somebody. You're kind of almost glad it's there, and then you have to try and tone it down a little bit. Pass towards the sideline by Phipps. That one's going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Terry and Franklin there in coverage for the War Eagles, and kind of a little bit of a mis-execution for Springdale, 2nd down.
Fake a handoff to Dominguez, and there's Phipps again. Up the middle. Going to get it around 4 yards.
And again, here it's 3rd down, a couple stops here. I don't know that we'll see a a field goal kicker for Springdale. So this looks to me as 4-down territory at 3rd and 7
Ish. 4 wide receivers, 3 of them to the right side. Dominguez is the tailback next to Landon Phipps. They are audibling, checking the sideline. They're changing the play. 10 seconds to go on the snap clock. Straight back to pass, looking to the slot, has a man inside the 5, touchdown. Just a little stop route, stepped up and threw it. Asael Manjarez into the end zone for a touchdown. And again, Coach, just a quick decision and an accurate ball by Landon Phipps, and we're down 26-0.
Yeah, and again, just a really, really nice play by the Springdale quarterback. He delivers the ball on time. Great execution by Springdale's offense as a whole, and they're kind of making it look easy now.
And here is an extra point attempt. Hold is good. The kick is good. 4:24 now remain here in the third quarter, and it is Bulldogs 27, War Eagles nothing.
That's Chris Cortez, number 36 for Springdale, a sophomore, 5'10", 164 pounds, drills the field goal. So I guess my field goal kicker theory is...
Your theory was wrong.
My theory has been busted, so nice job there by Chris Cortez.
Well, we'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. We are often wrong, but never in doubt. $4:24 to go. I saw that one. See what else is going on in the area. Bentonville over Harbor, 31-0. Bentonville Tigers are going to be tough to deal with. Bryant over Northside, 42-7. Bryant Hornets are solid too. Greenwood 28, Bentonville West 14. Greenwood can play too.
Yes.
There's an end-over-end play down to the 23-yard line. Their end-over-end kick. Is that Kendall?
Seth Kendall.
Return? Seth Kendall returning that kick, and actually very good field position for the War Eagles. Again, another short kick. We're going to get it at the 33-yard line, and that's where we will take over.
Again, the War Eagles looking for something, something to get in rhythm offensively. Hey, hats off to the Springdale defense because they have been rock solid all night long, and just something's going to start to give here shortly.
Shotgun formation, little fake handoff. Tried that play many times today, and we have had very little success in it. Have had some success with it in prior weeks. It would be just kind of a zone read look where you fake the handoff to the running back, and Carter takes it right up the belly of the defense. He loses a yard right there, and Springdale has taken that away from us.
Yeah, and, I'm just thinking that, in any sport, I mean, you're going to take something away and make you beat us with something else, and they're just not going to let us beat them up the middle.
Straight back to pass. Looking to his left is Hensley. Throwing into traffic. Ball tipped up and incomplete. The pass was intended for Nick Winter. Would have been first down yardage. Coverage on the play by Eduardo Hernandez, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. We mentioned a good game going on. It's Alma and Pea Ridge are tied at 21. That's kind of fun. Siloam Springs 28, Van Buren 14. Second quarter there. Fake the handoff. Looking across the middle for Winter. It is deflected and knocked down incomplete. That's Trevon Westbrook with a hand on it for the Bulldogs. And the War Eagles quickly 3 and out. And here comes the punting unit again.
And another great job by the Springdale defense. They really are well prepared, and there just doesn't seem to be any open receivers or anywhere to run the ball. And just a great job there by Springdale. And here we go, punting the ball away.
Ricardo Gonzalez is the return man for Springdale. He's got his feet planted just inside the 35-yard line. Jeb Brown's a punter. Snap is good. High end-over-end kick towards the sideline. Going to land in Bulldog territory. Inside the 40. Across the 35. We're going to down it right there. Give credit to Torres. Another sophomore, Refugio Torres, covers it up on the 36-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs are going to have it. 3:27 to go here in the third quarter.
You know, the way this game is going, I really don't want to put my fancy pants on and do a hula dance.
We're going to get fired. You realize that. Mr. Murray, I hope you're not listening. The things we do for people we care about, Coach Olson, that's what we do because, we care.
We care. Hey, we would like to shout out to Taylor Tinsley and the tennis program, 7-4, going into a conference tournament next year. And Coach Tinsley does an outstanding job. We got some good kids. If we could just keep them out of the basketball players, in the fall. But
nice pressure by Yeager. Back to pass over towards the right sideline. Is going to fall incomplete. Peyton Yeager again from that right defensive end position. Made Landon Phipps throw it just a little bit quicker than he wanted to. Sorry, Coach, didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, love Taylor Tinsley doing that. Coach Tinsley, big fan of his. Maybe the nicest guy on the planet.
Yes, he might be.
I'm not sure. Tough to call. It's not as easy to call as the horse for everyone or whatever that one was earlier today. That was a much easier call. 2nd down and 10. Inside handoff to Dominguez. Dominguez into the second level. He's going to be brought down by Seth Kendall and Cooper Bowman, but not before he reaches midfield and gets first down yardage.
And they're going quick.
Quick snap. Same play, basically, handed off to Dominguez. We bottle it up that time. First on the play is Kyle Wilder. That is a sophomore defensive tackle, cleaned up by Carter Talley. Kyle is a big bag of groceries. Takes up a lot of space in there. That was a nice play right there, disrupting that, making Dominguez make a cut he didn't want to make. 2nd and long. Phipps is going to fake the toss. Going to run right into Carter Talley. Not before he gains about 4 of it. And actually, now he's still going. He's still on his feet. They're moving the pile forward. And what would have been about a 4-yard gain is going to turn into a 9-yard gain and a first down. Good job just keeping his legs moving. Bulldogs did not stop working. They just kept pushing the pile downfield. And they're in Warrigal territory at the 40.
Well, it looked like Devin Henderson had a chance at him there in the backfield. He came around the left edge and got a piece of him and kind of made him stumble, but just not enough to bring him down. And another nice play by Phipps. He's having an outstanding game.
Back to pass as Phipps. Look towards the sidelines. Got a man. It's complete. Another favorite target his. That's Kalen Morris. He was a recipient of the deep ball earlier today. Made a nice throw and catch right there. Pretty simple completion that he turned into around an 11-yard gain and another first down for the Bulldogs. 2:05 and counting here in the third quarter.
Springdale just very efficient offensively. Have done an outstanding job in execution, and again, Phipps has just been a real bright spot.
Inside handoff to Dominguez. Going to be hit at the linebacker level. That's probably Carter Talley coming off the bottom of that pile.
Trey Sauls in there on the stop.
Yep. Sauls and Talley. Short gain on the play of about 3. You're starting to see, Coach, you're seeing defensive linemen on a knee. You're seeing some hands on hips, and Springdale can kind of see that. This defense has been on the field a long time, and they're wearing down.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rolling to the right. Phipps looking to the sideline. He's going to come up just a little bit short. It's going to short hop his receiver. Landon probably had an inkling of maybe he could have run that one, but he did have a completion opportunity to the receiver, Jalen Morris. Couldn't quite make the connection. One of the first real misfires we've seen out of Phipps this evening.
And
is 3rd down and 7.
Devin Henderson out there in the area, but the receiver was open.
Yep. 3rd down and long, 4 wide receivers. Design quarterback draw. So you assume this is 4-down territory. He's going to gain about 3 yards on the play. Pretty well played by the War Eagles, considering they really spread us out. Had receivers all over the field, and then went up the middle against us. Going to bring up 4th and 4. 1 minute to play in the third quarter.
This game moving very quickly.
It is indeed. Checking the sideline. A little audible here on 4th and 4. Straight back to pass, looking to the sideline, and a little misconnection right there to the sideline. It looked like Kalen Morris maybe ran a route about 4 yards too long, and They just kind of missed the connectivity there that they needed.
Yeah, I think so. The connectivity wasn't quite there. I think the receiver kind of rounded that route off a little bit when he should have probably squared it out, and I think that would have been a connection.
So our War Eagles hold, and we will take the ball over now, first down and 10 at the 23-yard line. 43 seconds left to go. Carter Hensley's gone the whole way at quarterback. Inside handoff, Cooper Bowman. Now he tries the edge, and there is just nothing there. There is a lot of red bodies on the line of scrimmage that just aren't allowing us to penetrate and get anything going in that running game.
The defensive line for Springdale is just kind of controlling that line of scrimmage. I don't know that there's going to be anything in the interior here for the next 13 minutes, so the Orioles are going to have to come up with something other than in between the tackles.
Isai Araujo is a 6-foot, 250-pound tackle. He actually looks bigger than that. Takes up a lot of space in that middle. Hensley's going to throw back to pass. Going to hit Winter heading towards the sideline. Cross the 25 to about the 26. Out of bounds with 3 seconds left on the clock. Going to bring up third down. Kind of another third and long situation for our War Eagles. We put ourselves in this position quite a bit lately. Difficult to have that kind of success.
Yeah, and Winter comes off the field looking like we might have a shoulder injury or some kind of stinger. He's Mark Haynes, our trainer, is taking a look at him right now, but he seems to be in some pain.
Yeah, Tillman McNair is going to take his spot in the slot. Hensley back to pass. He's looking to the right. Now he's going to be flushed up and be tackled. Not a sack. He's going to gain a couple yards on the play. A Springdale defender that actually made the sack is down. Gain of just a couple is going to bring up fourth down and long. You're going to blow the whistle. Looks like the young man is at 67. 67 is not on this roster. And that's the end of the third quarter. We are going to the fourth quarter of play. We come out of it, it is going to be fourth down for our War Eagles. 1 quarter to go. It's Bulldogs 27 and War Eagles nothing. Hey, want to mention Arvest Bank. Arvest Bank owns and operates 16 community banks in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas, offering banking, mortgages, credit cards, and investments. Thank you, Arvest, for your support of War Eagle Athletics. Also, Nabholz. Coach, you seen any Nabholz signs around campus lately?
Here and there.
Nabholz is a proud sponsor of War Eagle Athletics. They're a national commercial contractor offering a full range of construction, industrial, civil, environmental, and specialty services. Hey, want to remind everybody, if you haven't had the opportunity to see what's going on campus at Heritage, you ought to go by and check it out. The new softball and baseball facilities that are happening on campus are simply going to be the envy of a lot of small colleges in the state. It's unbelievable what we've been able to do. And I don't even know what's going in the multi-purpose gym. You have a better handle of it than I do, but that looks really cool as well.
Well, one major, I'd say, I want to say improvement, but one thing we got going is a wrestling room, another weight room, indoor track, another volleyball, basketball gym, and one of the things we're probably most proud of is a sports medicine area that's going to provide a classroom and rehab. And
War Eagles are going to punt it away. Ball gets on the ground, rolls into Bulldog territory, and is going to roll dead literally on the 40-yard line. On its side on the 40-yard line. That's pretty fun. By the way, if you guys are still listening to us out there, the leader in the clubhouse appears to be candy corn with an added bonus of peanuts, by the way, when the candy corn versus candy pumpkins, which I found interesting. So
it's getting to be that time of year. I mean,
voting will not stop until the end of the fourth quarter. If you have any input, we would love to hear it. You can text at us. We appreciate you guys listening to us. We have flipped the field. Springdale is now moving from your left to right or from your north to the south. First down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Running back in motion. Inside handoff Dominguez. He's gone the whole way. Nice hit on the play. That's again Trey Sauls. Christian Jimenez made some initial contact. Sauls made the tackle. And there is another Bulldog down. He's down right at midfield. That is 55. I do have a 55. No, I don't have. That's a War Eagle 55.
Alex Garcia.
Alex Garcia, senior. He's sitting up already.
Some kind of lower body injury from
lower
what we can
leg
tell.
Issue.
Lower leg.
Lower leg issue for 55. Training staff is on the field. Which was next for our War Eagles? We got Springdale Harbor next week, right?
Yes, that is correct.
We get to go back to Gate Stadium?
No, that'll be at Harbor.
That's at Harbor? How do we manage that? How do we
You know,
get
the
both Springdale teams on the road? That doesn't
An
seem
interesting bit of trivia when it comes to scheduling in the conference is everybody, regardless of sport, follows the same rotation. So you'll see the basketball teams get Springdale first and then Harbor and on and on and on, baseball, volleyball. And then every couple of years we change the rotation.
At Harbor, Bentonville at home on October the 9th. At Southside, following that, then Bentonville West at Fayetteville, and we end the year at home with Rogers. Coach, you know which one of these games are homecoming? I know that they announced that they're voting on the court. We didn't know if that was even going to happen. I was just kind of curious if that's actually even been announced.
You know, I don't want to sound like a crotchety old coach, but, you know, like Color Day and Homecoming and, like, Picture Day are like the 3 worst days of the school year.
You know, as an announcer, I will tell you that those days, can't have to agree with you just a little bit.
But, you know, if that's the worst it gets, I guess I shouldn't really complain. So
yeah, doing the announcing for your basketball games, one thing I cannot hate is the, when you've got about 53 names to say and, like, I don't know how to say about 10 of them. I feel like I have to apologize
really well.
to everybody.
You do really well at it because
it's great. I mean, obviously, I'd love to recognize the kids, but yeah, it's 11:41 to go. 2nd down and 6. Young man went off on his own power. He's going to be fine, it looks like. They hand the ball off to Dominguez. He's going to cross over into War Eagle territory. Going to be down at the 47-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2. They announced Carter Talley with another tackle. Carter very active inside.
Carter's done a nice job in the games we've seen. You know, he's an active inside linebacker. He'll make some plays behind the line of scrimmage, and he's doing a nice job for the War Eagles.
6'2", 185-pound senior.
It's good speed.
Looks good getting off the bus, as they say. Good-looking athlete. Under center, now they hand the ball to Dominguez in a single setback, just trying to get the first down, and they do. They cross the 45 to the 44. That's going to stop the chains stop the clock while they reset the chains. Dominguez, I believe, has taken every snap in the backfield. Phipps, I know, has.
Yes. You really don't see much, difference here. I think, they're having success on the ground, and you know that Phipps can run the ball, so it would be kind of strange for them to put the ball in the air. So the War Eagles just got to kind of sell out here and stop the run.
As he says, there's play action and rolling out to the right is Phipps. Has a man coming across. That's McVeigh. Crosses the 25. He's going to be forced out of bounds by Terrion Franklin, but not before he gets first down yardage at the 23. So we've seen that play before. They actually fake it to the running back, and the quarterback Phipps comes out on a bootleg, and then it's very difficult in that situation to cover Gavin McVeigh coming across the field on a crossing route.
Yeah, and, I'm going to, I think, I'll defend myself a little bit. It could have been an option pass.
Again, often wrong, never in doubt.
There you go.
Yeah. Inside handoff to Dominguez, and there's Talley holding on for dear life, and he's going to get him down with a little bit of help from his friends. Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. That's good when we hear that on our side. Absolutely. 10 minutes. Springdale being a little bit more deliberate right here. They're playing to try and milk some clock. Again, you haven't seen them throw the ball a lot on this drive. They did see the one play action. They felt the same thing you did, that the War Eagles were going to sell out.
Yep.
And did play action off of it. Under center, inside handoff to Dominguez, and a big hole. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown, Bulldogs. Nobody touched him until he got to the safety level. he split the two safeties, and then it was easy from there.
Yeah, he made a nice – he had good vision there on his cutback. They'd run that play several times for, 3 and 4 and 5 yards, but he got a chance to bust one with good vision, and he cut back against the grain, and he lopes into the end zone for Springdale and another touchdown.
Of all the times they've gone for two, interesting that they're trying to kick this one to make it a 34-point game. And they do.
They 35 would have made it a running clock.
It would have made a running clock, yeah. That's why, yeah. Which is fine. I'm not rooting for a running clock, but you see a lot of teams do that. It's kind of a race to 35, and then you can kind of allow some extra guys the opportunity to play from there. But in this case, it's 34-0. We got 9:33 to go, and the War Eagles still have work to do, Coach. We got doing things. We got to get better. First of all, we got need to put some points on the board, and we got 9.5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, and the mercy clock thing is always a kind of a debate. I don't like it. I mean, your season and your program are bigger than getting off the field when you're down 35-0. I mean, there's a lot of sophomore, junior kids out here for Heritage that need to play, and the score is not in our favor, but they still need to get out there and get repetitions on a varsity night, and so kicking the field goal there, thanks Zach Clark, or extra point, so we get to get a few more minutes to play.
Kick is taken. That's going to be Nick Winter. He's going to grab it inside his 15-yard line, cross the 25 to the 27, and that's where we will have it.
Nice to see Nick Winter out there. He did come off the field in some pain with looked like a shoulder injury, but he's there returning the kick. So
Hensley is the quarterback. Elliot Villatoro, the halfback next to him. Do see it's not Nick Winter in the slot. It is Tillman McNair in his slot position. So we'll see, maybe just a little precaution. Maybe he'll be back in there in just a second. Inside handoff. Villatoro, he's going to break through the line of scrimmage, get to the next level, breaks a tackle by the linebacker. He's going to be tackled by the secondary, but not before he crosses the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of 19 on the play and a first down.
Yeah, nice play by Villatoro. He ran real hard again. He's got some explosiveness, and he's got some good speed, and that, I think, probably is our biggest play from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it is. It's the first time we've gotten a lot of running room. Cooper, I believe, had a nice carry earlier, maybe 9 or 10. And here comes Villatoro trying to get to the edge, and he does. He's going to get into the secondary, cross the 45, down to around the 41-yard line. Another first down for the War Eagles. Actually, they're going to give him a couple more yards than that. He's going to be spotted at the 39. Bulldog territory, 9 minutes to go.
Yes, and another nice play by Villatoro. One inside, kind of a cutback, and then now that one around right edge. And he's showing some lively legs and some good speed, and a kind of a bright spot here in the second half for Heritage.
And if anybody's curious at home, so Andre Sparks is still on the field. There's a lot of starters still on the field. This isn't happening against a JV unit, so it's good to see that execution. There's a design quarterback run by Carter Hensley. Not much happening there. Going to bring up second down and long.
Yeah, and in the situation that we're all in, I would really, it would be strange if you wouldn't have your guys in there as long as you could, because I mean, you just never know when this might fall apart on us.
Yeah,
so
we're playing with house money, so to speak.
Yeah,
every game we get a chance to play. Obviously, you even just look at getting this game here. We're ahead of a couple teams in the league anyway. Fake the handoff. Carter looking to go up the middle. Cannot quite get there. That is 67 again, who I don't have. Do you have 67 on their roster?
Luis Herrera, the
All right.
5'11" senior, 270 pounds.
So, again, a couple of those guys take up quite a bit of space in the middle. He at 270. Araujo listed at 250, and I think he looks bigger.
He does look. He does look bigger.
If those weights were flipped,
yeah, maybe
I wouldn't be shocked.
But we still haven't found the 8-foot.
And 8-footers, we're still looking for him. Hey, there's a pass out in the play. That's going to be caught. That's going to be Jaden Strickland from his H-back position. Jaden's going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. Just outside the 30. It's going to bring fourth down and short. So that's a catch right there, coached by Jaden Strickland. Jaden was wearing 74 or 76 not too long ago. From the defensive tackle position, he made the adjustment to come over and block. So nice to get him involved in the offense, too.
Yeah, nice to get him a touch here and a chance here to gain a first down on a 4th and short.
4th and short. Villatorio's the running back. We have a situation. Springdale line jumped up, and we reacted, and they're going to get us for a false start. So they just raised up, evidently did not get in the neutral zone, and our right guard kind of rocked back. And, I hate to say it again, Coach, but now 4th and 1 becomes 4th and 6, and a much different situation for a play caller.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, another critical mistake, another 5-yard penalty, was I think probably 7 or 8 of those this evening of illegal procedure or false starts, and it's just too much to overcome. And 4th and short turns into 4th and 6, and totally different down.
And it's just we like to use the phrase control the controllables. That's controllable. Carter Hensley, snap is down, ball's on the ground. He's running for his life. There is a flag down. He is sacked back at the 48-yard line, and it looks like they're going to have a holding call on the War Eagles. I don't know how. Because we didn't hold very well, but they are actually going to decline that penalty, and the Bulldogs are going to have it back at the 48. So the snap never got back to Carter, and he was in a mess as soon as he picked it up. Had not a lot he could do with it, and we're going to turn the ball over on downs. Bulldogs will have it. 6:33 to go. Ball at their own 48.
Just a disastrous play.
So again,
after a false start penalty.
4th and less than a yard turns into just a mess.
And almost another touchdown for Springdale. Just happy that Carter was able to hang on to the ball. And
Phipps still in the game at quarterback. He's going under center. They've handed the ball off. Well, they do. They've run bootleg out of that a couple times. And the handoff goes to Dominguez. There's Carter Talley and Trey Sauls. We have called both of their names a lot on running plays up the middle. Talley plays at the second level. I guess Trey Sauls is actually next to him. He's playing more of a linebacker role for us now, too.
These guys have been on the field a long time tonight.
Absolutely.
And Springdale's done an outstanding job controlling the ball, being efficient. But I bet you the time of the possession is almost 2-1.
Yeah.
And Springdale the heritage in this game.
We started out fairly well offensively, then a couple mistakes along the way. We haven't had a lot of first downs here in the second half. Inside handoff to Dominguez as Talley again holding him up. He made him miss. Going to be cleaned up by Seth Kendall and Trey Sauls. At the 44-yard line, going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Bentonville 45, Harbor nothing.
Ouch.
Harbor played a very difficult schedule. I don't think they've won a football game yet.
No, I don't think so. But, I mean, the strength of schedule is definitely in their favor. But
they played Jenks, Greenwood, North Little Rock. I think that was their non-conference slate.
I mean, that's some heavy hitters.
Inside handoff again. And there's Talley again. Talley in the backfield. Didn't make the play. Made Dominguez make a move. Ran him right into Peyton Yeager, Kyle Wilder in there as well, and Seth Kendall crashing up from his safety position. And they actually are going to give him a yard and a first down on that play. I don't think that spot was very good. I didn't think he got anything.
No, I don't think so. I think we got a good advantage point here because we're
looking right at it.
We're looking right at it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've got 51-year-old eyes, but I can line up those little dots, and I didn't think he got to those little dots. Under center again is Phipps. Again, they've handed the ball off on almost every play out of this formation. Dominguez almost broke that one. Terrion Franklin came in, made him change directions. He got about 6 or 7 yards before Cooper Bowman wrapped him up. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Be second down. 4 minutes, 25 seconds, 26 seconds.
Dominguez, a kid, he's got some good quicks.
Timeout, War Eagles.
He's able to shed some tacklers there, and he's got some good vision. He's a really nice high school back and doing an outstanding job for Springdale Line. I'm sure that the stat sheet shows it.
This may be a situation where your coaches right here, Coach, are just trying to give your defense a breather. They've been chunking us about 4, 5, 6 yards at a time, and that's difficult as a defense.
Yeah, and as long as they've been on the field, I mean, one of the things you worry about as a coach when you get in situations like this is, kids get injured when they get fatigued. And when you're starting to wear kids down in the latter part of the game, you can set yourself up for a kid getting injured. And heaven forbid that would happen tonight for our defense, but they've been on the field in that same personnel group that we're basically seeing right here all night long.
And also, too, you have a pride factor there. It's a little bit more difficult to play with the same intensity level when the score gets like this in the fourth quarter. And that's why things have a tendency to go the other way when the score gets lopsided. There's a handoff to Dominguez, straight up the middle. He's going to gain 10 yards on the play and get a first down. And you'll see it's inevitable. Obviously, body language changes, and these defensive players have been on the field a long time today. Not to mention that we asked some of them to play both ways, so it's certainly understandable. Handoff, Dominguez crosses the 20. Nice hit, and the ball's loose. Not sure, and that's War Eagle football. Not sure who came up. Was that Kendall that made the hit? Kendall or Bowman? I couldn't tell which one came up and made the hit. But knocked the ball loose after a nice gain by Dominguez. Big hit, ball on the ground. War Eagles recover. No more points for Springdale on that possession, and we're going to have the ball with 3:56 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Cooper Bowman came up from a safety position there and just really laid the wood to Dominguez and separated the player from the ball.
Excellent play. Like I say, both of those safeties will come up and hit you. One of them's 11, one of them's 14. Cooper on that play right there forced the fumble. Hensley, the quarterback. There's Nick Winter in motion. They're going to hand it to him, trying to get into the corner on the jet sweep, and there are 4 Springdale Bulldogs waiting for him. Going to be a loss of about 1 on the play. And effectively, it has kind of seemed like there are Bulldogs everywhere.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of speed. Like we said earlier, I mean, they're not going to impress you with the size, especially in the defensive backfield. There's some guys out there that, their helmets look really big, but they've got good speed, and they're really tough, and they're in good condition, and they're doing an outstanding job because, they're shutting us out here through almost 4 quarters.
And I'll add one more, too. You can tell they were well prepared.
Yes.
For that jet sweep. You got people in the right position lined up right. Deep ball down the middle, intended for Jeb Brown. Nick Winter was also in the area. Is over the head of both of them. It's going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11. And again, we find ourselves in this 3rd and long situation.
That's Eduardo Hernandez for Springdale on the pass breakup. 5'8", junior, 165 pounds. Good speed, but again, not a real big player. But they're doing a job tonight.
3:09 on the clock. Back to pass is Carter, looking deep down the middle for Jeb, and a nice throw and catch. Jeb Brown goes down to the turf and picks it up. Pass is complete at the 36-yard line. That's first down yardage for the War Eagles, and Jeb paid the price for that one just a little bit. He comes up a little gimpy, but he limps back out to his wide receiver position.
Yeah, the tough kid makes a nice catch, and the way his score is, he could have easily just stayed there and laid down. But credit to him and his character, and he's back out there at his wide receiver position, ready for the next play.
And we talked about Jeb. Jeb came into the season as the starting quarterback, and expressed an interest and a desire to move to maybe make the War Eagles better in multiple positions. Hadn't seen the ball a lot before this game. You can tell they've made an effort to get Jeb more involved.
He's got good hands, and he's a taller receiver. He's probably 6'1". He runs good routes. He's a smart kid, and we just got to find a way in weeks ahead to get him the ball. The one guy that's been making some plays for us earlier in the year is Tillman McNair. He's been kind of catchless tonight. So Springdale again very well prepared and have taken some of our guys away from us.
Yeah. Yeah. Tillman. Nick Winter without a lot of catches downfield. Back to pass deep towards the sideline as Carter Hensley. A lot of contact, and 2 flags are coming in. Pass was intended. Is that Jeb Brown? It is. Deep downfield. Hensley threw the ball about 40 yards in the air, and Jeb was He was bumped on the back end of that. That's going to be defensive pass interference, and it's going to result in another War Eagle first down with 2 minutes left to go in this game.
Probably a smart play by the D-back there, making contact, because it looked like that pass was on the money. Would have been a big play. High school football, 15-yard penalty. So probably a smart play in the long run, but nice pass and a great effort by Jeb Brown.
They are stepping it off. We're going to have the football in Bulldog territory. Again, 2 minutes to go in this one. Ball's going to be placed around the 47-yard line. Villatoro's the running back. He'll be back there next to Carter Hensley. 3 wide receivers. McNair is wide left. Brown wide right. Nick Winter in the slot. Little fake to Villatoro. Hensley is hit as he throws, and another deep ball down the sideline.
Another penalty.
You're going to have the exact same thing. Only one flag thrown on this one. The sideline receiver didn't feel as strongly about it, but the back judge threw it again. So we're going to have another 15-yard penalty. Back-to-back first downs on deep pass routes that result in defensive pass interference.
Well, the defensive back just puts his hands up and runs through the receiver, and then gives you the the palms up. Bad call, but I think the refs were right on it.
A couple of pretty good balls thrown by Carter too.
Kind of holding up front there and giving him some time.
So we've actually given Jeb multiple targets. I think that's 3 targets we've thrown to Jeb on this drive. Completed one of them, got 2 defensive pass interference calls. Winter in motion. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep, trying to get the edge. Nice cut. Makes a man miss. He's at the 30. Now the 25, and he's going to fall forward. That's going to be first down yardage. Tackle on the play by Andre Sparks, but not before a nice game by Nick Winter. And we have the ball at the 19-yard line in the red zone.
Yeah, nice move by him. Nice cut back. He had good vision and then was able to break a few tackles and get us a first down.
And again, so Springdale is looking for this shutout. So if you're wondering if the yardage that we're gaining is happening against second stringers, third stringers, they are not. Andre Sparks, this guy's been making plays all day, and there is a snap that's going to wind up on the ground, and we are just going to have to fall on it. Carter falls on it, recovers it. 1:20 to go, and we're walking back to the huddle at the 26-yard line. Like to see a little urgency here, right here, Coach. Would love to see us punch the ball in the end zone here.
Yeah, and just kind of an evaluation. There's been a lot of situations here. The 4th game into the season with some bad snaps and penalties and things like that. I think Heritage got to kind of just get back to the drawing board and they got to play better.
Little fake, looking over the right side, looking for Winter, and he's got him. Nice play by Nick Winter going up into traffic. And now you see the team, he's fighting forward, trying to get first down yardage. He's not going to make it there. He's about a yard short, but a well-thrown ball, and Nick in traffic went up and high-pointed the ball. Excellent play. Going to bring up.
Heritage just calls timeout.
It's going to be 3rd down and 1, I believe.
Yeah, the ball is spotted right at the 10, but I think the first down marker is probably at the 9.5 yard line.
It's 3rd and short. The scoreboard actually shows 2nd and 1, but prior play was a was a fumble, not a penalty. 37 seconds, and we're now out of timeout. So now you're going to have to hurry a little bit right here. Obviously, the Warriors in this game, where the final score is the only thing in doubt. But Coach, we needed to get some points on the board here in a 7A West game, and. It's actually good to get your team in a situation like this where you've got to play. You've got 37 seconds. You need points on the board and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, again, every situation matters and everything counts because, here you're going to have a sophomore quarterback with several sophomore players out there and a junior wide receiver, and it's 3rd and short, and you're down there with 37 seconds left. So it's valuable experience for these guys out here on the field.
3 wide receivers. Tony McNair's wide to the left. Villatoro's the running back. Next to Hensley. Hensley, a little fake, back to pass, looking towards the end zone and overthrown incomplete. Jeb Brown was the intended receiver. Is going to bring up 4th down and short. So, again, it'd be interesting here. The War Eagles not a team that runs a lot of hurry up, but right now you really need this yard. You may run for this yard, and then we'll see what kind of sense of urgency they can play with
right,
if we're able to pick up the first down.
So you're thinking here that you probably have 2 to 3 plays left in this game, depending on what happens here.
And flags are down. That's a false start. So that's going to change that because 4th and 1 is going to be 4th and 6. And now you're probably going to be looking to throw the football.
Yeah, every third or fourth and short, the defensive line for Springdale will shift, and almost invariably, one of our offensive linemen will get a false start. And it's getting to the point where the Springdale guys are kind of laughing at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it that way, but they are. They're kind of celebrating that they've made another false start call.
Springdale is coming. Carter Hensley is going to roll out to his left, escape the pressure, looking towards the end zone. Ball up, tipped, and Winter makes the catch, but he's out of bounds in the back of the end zone. Excellent effort, but he's going to come down out of bounds, and we're going to come away with no points. Springdale's going to take it over. At the 16-yard line, there was a penalty on the play against the War Eagles and declined.
Illegal block that was declined.
So the touchdown wouldn't have counted regardless. And barring something happening here, this one is going to end with a 34-0 score.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything more than just kind of victory formation here and a kneel down. And the War Eagles are going to drop their first conference game of the season here at Springdale Gerald Williams Stadium. And, hats off to Springdale High School and their football program and the way they executed tonight. And just an outstanding job by Zach Clark and his coaching staff. And congratulations and good luck.
War Eagles are out of timeouts, and it looked like they're just going to take a knee, and they do. So that should be the last play of the ball game. The final play of the game was a knee taken by Landon Phipps. And if I had a game ball to give, Landon Phipps would get it. It'd be a short, a second one would probably go to Gilberto Dominguez, who did a lot of the work as well. But I thought Landon Phipps was excellent at making decisions, was throwing through the ball accurately. And honestly, we didn't contain him. We didn't contain his legs well either. I thought he had an excellent football game.
Yeah, and no doubt, and a lot of that set up by his buddies up front that did a great job on the offensive line and creating holes for not only him but Dominguez, and then giving him time to throw. And Springdale, I thought their execution was exceptional, and they, Phipps spread the ball out to several different receivers and did just a great job, efficiently moving the ball and control the ball the bulk of the game. And when you do stuff like that, you're going to have a big win.
Yeah, and Coach, we talked about it. It's not to beat a dead horse, or was it two of the same horse? What is it?
Well, a horse apiece. But
a horse apiece. So like different than a horse apiece. But, the War Eagles certainly have to clean up the controllables. Pre-snap penalties and, snaps, have to be completed literally 100% of the time. If not 100% of the time, 99% of the time. And I would think that's going to be what the coaches go back to work on this week.
Yeah, and the frustration. We're in the box and we're frustrated with the false start penalties, and I can't even imagine what it would be like, down there in the field, and in a coaching standpoint. But multiple times, as we mentioned earlier, that we're in a third and short or a second and short that only turned into a false start penalty and then got us behind the sticks, and those types of situations are going to get you beat, and they got you beat tonight.
Absolutely. Coach, it's been good. We're going to go back at it again. I understand you're going to be on the road next week.
I'll be on the road next week.
Okay, well, make sure you text us in and let us know what's going on. But our War Eagles are going to be at Harbor next week. So another tough test. They're all tough tests in this conference, and we're going to go on the road.